Starscream Kills presents in a Geeky Guy production. Now, we should thank Wizards for giving us this invaluable tool because while it helps them make money, it can also help liberate us by figuring out who we are and how to best spend our resources. So now I'd like to bring this all together. I think rarely do we ever fit fully in one category, and we do need to ask ourselves some hard questions and understand we don't score cool points for being something that we're not. But part of it is understanding in this gobbledygook of puppets here, where exactly do we fit? For myself, I find that I am very Johnny, because after all, look at these videos where I'm talking about deck after deck, and also Timmy. I'm having an experience. I do like having close games. I hate watching, when I did force myself to watch football when I was in the Marines, I hated shutout games. I liked them when they're nail-biting. To me, that's cool. I like to have fun when I play. And I like to try out really cool decks and tinker with it and see how it's going. I'm not interested in dominating my meta or people or having the most broken thing out there. And to be honest, one of the reasons I keep talking about that mono green player is because that bothers me because it's saying I'm this and that's not who I am. So that kind of bothers me, and there's probably a psychological term for that where basically I keep bringing it up because it's on my mind. And another thing is maybe you can combine things like this, or like Anthony self-identifies as this. He's a Spike Melvin. And that's why he came up with the MBB. So, part of it is just understanding who you are. Maybe you're just completely off the psychographic types and you're this. And that's okay. Or sometimes you could even be like a 3B where like you're this. You know the stuff and you like that and you make stuff around that. You want to have an experience and you want to bring in the deck. I think it's probably best to think of yourself usually maybe in, at most, maybe 2, and away salient 3. For me, this is more true. I do have some of this, of course, but, I don't design decks on that. So this is where I'm at. And there's nothing wrong with this. Part of it understanding is, who are you? And because I know I'm this, and I'm not this, unless I really have a great reason to, I don't need 4 Baneslayers. I pulled 2 Baneslayers out of boosters and I sold both of them because I wasn't interested. Someone told me that was trying to be this. I had to run a blue-white control deck with 4 Baneslayers. And I was like, you're kidding me, right? Because here I am. That's them trying to say I should be this too. If you're the caterpillar lamb and someone's telling you to be a lion, you're just not going to be happy. So part of it is figuring that out. Also understanding that if you're this, you're never going to be happy trying to pretend you're that. It's alright just to be what you are. And then when you figure out that, so maybe if you're Vorthos and you like the vampires, well then guess what? This is really not that expensive a deck to put together. There was a reason why there were fetch lands in there, and I'm going to show that to you in just a moment. What you're looking at here is the blackborder.com website that Anthony Palermo is always talking about, and Palmero, excuse me. And so here's his Vamping It Up article that he was featuring on YouTube. So now we have the article here, and he talks about various different decks. Now note this. Buy this deck link right there. See that? So we'll go down here to the deck. I'm sorry if you're getting a little vertigo there. He's talking about making the vamp deck. So, okay, here it is. It's all completed. So here's basically the deck that I made. 4 Lacerators, 3 Gouldras, 3 Duress, 4 Gatekeepers, 4 Sign of Blood, 4 Nighthawk, 4 Nocturnus, 4 Feast of Blood, 4 Hades Inn, 2 Melkauer Blood Witch, 2 Crypt of Agdaman, and I'm wondering why 4 Verdant Catacombs? I mean, that's just some expensive paperboard. 2 Marsh Flats, again, expensive paperboard. 2 Blood Chief Ascension, especially when the Blood Tribute does just as good. Note again, buy this deck. And I signed up for this website, and I had no idea, and they asked for my credit card number. I'm like, what the? For easy access? I'm like, huh? And so look, click. Whoa, look at that. They have put all these cards from that deck right there into a thing, and all I got to do is click add this whole deck for $226.12. Last time I looked, I'm sorry, this was only $168 or something like that. So $162. So the paperboard now is worth a whole lot more. So you see, they go ahead and they've worked that out. One of the catches you have to, and I have to realize, is there's a strong money angle to this where people are invested in getting us to buy these cards. Wow, Vampire Nocturnus is now $18.99 a piece. I bought my 4-set for $21.99, my play set. So see, that's climbed. They have found ways in which to make a lot of money off this. That's why we need to know our subtypes so we don't get caught in those kinds of traps. So again, know your subtype, know where you're at, and you can avoid that. That number, by the way, is 2. Here, 0 in. Look at that. Is your hobby? Do you need to shell that out for one deck? Well, what's your subtype? And even if that's your subtype, do you have to do that? If you're aware of it, I guarantee you'll spend things like that.